Okay, hello YouTube. Beetlebot you may know me as Grant or Frontline77. Go to my website if you haven't already. I just put a link to it on my channel, and that's about all I have to say as far as that goes. This is my just made Beetlebot. Found an Instructable on instructables.com on how to make this, and I decided to make one because it looks pretty easy and cool. It's really easy soldering, so if you're a beginner solderer, this is a good project to start out with. These big wires sticking up, these are just from the battery pack, so that's why they're so big. Everything else is pretty low. It uses three paper clips, a bead, a battery pack, two SPDT high sensitivity switches, and two 1.5 to 3 volt motors, which I bought at Radio Shack along with the switches, and then an enclosed battery pack, which is what I use because then I can close it up to keep the batteries from falling out. But it's not closed right now because I don't have an on and off switch. I also use heat shrink tubing on the ends of the motors and antennas. I put it on the antennas as an extra to keep you from hurting yourself or stabbing yourself with the electrical. So yeah, don't stab yourself and not do something with it. You load the batteries in like so. It has the third connection to the batteries, which gives it a 1.5 volts instead of a full 3. I've seen in a lot of small projects like this one. This one goes pretty fast, and all it has is touch sensors, so pretty much goes around bouncing off stuff. I've never seen the sensors on this guy fail in all of my testing, and that's a lot of testing. The white paper you see, that has nothing to do with improving the robot's performance. That's just there to keep the dents, or the robot from getting stuck in the dents. The robot performs best on an extremely smooth piece of cardboard, or like wood floor it works well on, or wood in general. You don't want anything with imperfections in it, like tile or spaced out wood floor. Anything that one of the motors can get stuck in. And I'm not just saying that, even a tiny little hole would screw it up. That's why I have so many patches around here, little holes. But yeah, this guy's pretty quick. He was easy to build. It took me about 30 minutes to build. You notice that I refer to him as a P, because I love my robots. And so yeah. If you're a beginner, again, I would highly suggest this to you. If you want instructions on how to build this robot, either search YouTube for the word Beetlebot as one word, Beatlebot, and one of your video results will be how to build Beetlebot Original or something like that. Something with the word original in it and Beetlebot in it. And it teaches you how to make this little bot right here. That's a really good instructional video. Or you can go to instructables.com and type in Robomaniac. And this guy has lots of good projects on his Instructable account, and this is one of them. And it's really detailed and easy to follow, so I would suggest you do that. One suggestion to you when you're making this robot is, that's pretty hard to get, is these two antennas are really rounded on mine. That's extremely important when you build your robot. If they're not rounded enough, it won't work. And they have to stick out about 2 or 3 inches in front of the robot. Well, mine's only like, I would say like 2 inches at its farthest away point. And used a lot of heat shrink tubing. I used 2 pieces of heat shrink tubing on the motors, and 1 piece on each end of the antennae to keep it from stabbing me. So yeah, that's Beetlebot, and it also has a little wheel on the back. A lot of times when it bounces off the wall, it kind of leans back a little bit, and I don't want it to like go into like getting stuck, because sometimes it'll fall backwards and it'll like get stuck in like a manual position. It won't be able to move. That's why I have a third wheel. Plus, if you're using a non-enclosed battery pack, you're gonna need a third wheel no matter what, because that just keeps everything off the ground. But yeah, my motors on this one are pretty far angled apart. Like the angle, the way the motors are angled is like a lot, like a big angle, and that will make it go slower. That'll make it go faster. The bigger the angle, the faster. The smaller the angle, the closer the ends of the motors are to the bot, the slower it will go. You can always put wheels on the rears too. So I think I might put like Lego wheels or something on mine. Yeah, that's how you build your Beetlebot now. If you have full charge of batteries, sometimes these can go too fast and the motors will pop off, like, so you'd have to reglue them back on. That happens to me a couple times when I have full batteries. But yeah, again, the sensors never fail, so I would highly suggest you build this. And I'm just gonna let you watch it a little bit. You've probably just been listening to me talk. Never mind, that's stupid. Okay, bye.